There's a reason you clicked on this video. Deep down, something in you is searching for an answer. Maybe you've worked hard, built your career, saved your money, and achieved things most men dream about, yet there's still an emptiness when it comes to your connections with women. You've done all the right things, but somehow, the deeper spark, the magnetic pull you've seen in other men, still feels out of reach. You've probably noticed it. Men who don't have your level of wealth, who aren't as outwardly impressive, yet somehow they walk into a room and women seem drawn to them without explanation. You wonder, what is it they have that I don't? Here's the truth. What women truly desire can't be measured in dollars, worn on your wrist, or parked in your driveway. It's not something you can post online to prove you have it. It's invisible to the eyes, yet deeply felt in the soul. The ancient Stoic philosophers understood this long before modern dating advice even existed. They knew that real attraction, real connection, comes from the qualities you carry within, the virtues you embody without needing to announce them. These traits are timeless. They hold more power than money, more allure than gifts, more respect than status. And the moment you cultivate them, you don't just change how women see you, you change how you see yourself. One of the rarest and most transformative traits a man can develop is self-mastery. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." In today's world, where instant gratification is sold to you at every turn, where the easiest path is often the most tempting, men who have the discipline to resist their impulses stand out like lions in a field of sheep. Women are wired to trust strength, but the kind of strength that holds the deepest appeal isn't just physical muscle or financial power, it's emotional control, mental resilience, and the ability to act with intention rather than react in chaos. Imagine this. She says something sharp, maybe even a little cruel, testing your patience. Most men would snap back, raise their voice, or crumble into apology just to keep the peace. But the man with self-mastery breathes. He pauses. He doesn't let her pull him into a storm he didn't create. His voice remains steady, his eyes calm, his words measured. In that moment, he shows her something far more seductive than charm. He shows her emotional safety. And emotional safety, whether she admits it or not, is more powerful than any luxury you could buy her. A man who governs himself can govern his life. And a man who governs his life can lead others through anything. Just as important is living with purpose. A man's mission must always come before comfort, before pleasure, and yes, even before her approval. Not because you love her less, but because your purpose is the very thing that allows her to love and respect you more. Picture a Stoic soldier on the eve of battle. The night before, he sits with his wife. At sunrise, they share a final breakfast together. She looks at him, eyes heavy, and says, "Do you really have to go? Can't you just stay? We could relax, watch a movie instead." If he sets aside his mission to make her smile in that moment, she may thank him, she may even feel relieved, but deep inside, something will shift. A quiet, unspoken respect will begin to fade. Women may challenge your purpose, but deep in their nature, they admire the man who stands firm in it. The Stoic man understands that temporary peace isn't worth the slow erosion of his own mission. When a man chooses his path and follows it without apology, she feels safer beside him, prouder to be with him, and more drawn to him than if he gave her everything she asked for. Then there's the power of logical thinking. While emotions will always be a part of life, the man who lets them dictate his every move will always be at their mercy. Women are often guided by feeling, and that's part of their beauty. But they look to men to provide balance, a steady hand in the storm. The Stoic man doesn't reject emotion, he studies it, understands it, and decides how to act despite it. This ability to remain calm and level-headed, especially under pressure, is one of the most magnetic forms of masculine energy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." When challenges hit, when plans fall apart, when everything feels like it's collapsing, most men lose themselves. They panic, lash out, or spiral into self-pity. The Stoic man breathes. He considers. He acts according to principle, not panic. And in that quiet control, he becomes the man others look to for strength. Physical presence is another quality women feel before they ever speak to you. It's not just about a six-pack or broad shoulders, it's an energy, a groundedness, the way you move and take up space without trying to. Some men enter a room and the air shifts. People notice, even if they can't explain why. True presence is built through discipline and self-awareness, not just weightlifting. It's in your posture when you sit. It's in the firmness of your handshake. It's in whether you meet the world's gaze with certainty or avoid it out of insecurity. Women notice these subtle cues instantly. A man with true presence doesn't need to fight for attention, he naturally commands it by simply being rooted in himself. In a loud, chaotic world, this silent strength speaks volumes. And perhaps most overlooked of all is dignity. In the age of social media, many men trade dignity for attention. They post outrageous things for clicks, act like clowns for followers, or compromise their values for a moment in the spotlight. It's easy to look strong when the lights are on you, but dignity is about the strength you keep when no one's watching. Women can feel the difference. They can sense when a man's core is solid or hollow. A man with dignity doesn't bend his values to fit in. He doesn't need to exaggerate who he is to be accepted. He's not for sale to the highest bidder of validation. This kind of man becomes rare, and in his rarity, he becomes unforgettable. When you strip away the noise, these qualities, self-mastery, purpose, logical thinking, physical presence, and dignity, are more valuable than anything money could buy. They are virtues. They don't fade with age, they don't lose value in hard times, and they can't be faked. Money may open doors, but these traits open hearts, command respect, and inspire loyalty. As Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. The real question isn't how much you can acquire, it's how much strength, discipline, and honor you can carry within you.